Hi there, and we're in Florida now, and we're just going to be recording the third of our video blogs or vlogs. This one's all about the actual nuts and bolts of how to set goals, and it's really appropriate. We're here in Orlando at Disney World, the home of sort of Walt Disney, and the quote that one of the most famous quotes he had was, "If you dream it, you can achieve it." And everything that we see around us here, Disney is obviously known worldwide now, and it's all the vision of one man. So what we're going to be doing through the course of the day is introducing you to the real concepts of how to set goals. We're going to follow the C.R.E.A.T.E acronym, C.R.E.A.T.E, which is going to really show you how to set goals, how to achieve what it is you want to achieve, and we'll go into more detail a little bit sooner. Take care. Hi there, the first of our C.R.E.A.T.E acronym is obviously C, and that's going to stand for clear and concise, which means that when you set your goals, they need to be clear and concise. What we're really looking for is a nutshell type statement that will encompass the whole of your goal. It wants to be no more than 1 or 2 sentences and include any dates, figures and specific information related to the attainment of your goal. Okay, the second letter of our C.R.E.A.T.E acronym is obviously R. Now R stands for realistic. So when you set a goal, you have to make sure that it's realistic. That means realistic, but more importantly, believable to you. So if we're setting a weight loss related goal, it must be realistic. There's no point in saying you're going to lose 2 or 3 stone within the next month. You need to be realistic while setting your targets. Setting an unrealistic goal will actually be demotivational and have the opposite of the desired effect that we're looking for when we set our goals. So to recap, the C is clear and concise, and the R stands for realistic. Okay, the third letter in our C.R.E.A.T.E acronym is E, which this time stands for ecological, which means that whatever goal you're setting yourself, you need to make sure that it's ecological. Now, ecology is the science of consequence. So whatever sort of goal that you will set, if it's a business type goal, you need to make sure the business is ecological in terms of environmental sense. If you're setting a health-related goal for yourself, you need to make sure that that goal is healthy and in the best interest of you and those around you. So E is ecological, or ecology. So to recap, we've got C, clear or concise, we've got R, realistic, and we've got E at the moment, which is ecological. Make sure you set a goal that is going to fit in with your life and is not going to do you any harm or harm those around you. Okay, the next part of our acronym we're going to be working with is the A, which stands for as now, which means when we write down these goals, these sort of aspirations and what we're going to achieve, we're not writing them in the future tense, we're actually writing them from the future. So we're going to write down what we're going to achieve as if it's already happened, and that'll be very clear when I share some examples with you soon. The next letter that we're going to be looking at today is T for time bound. So it's very, very important that your goal has a time set on it, and a very, very specific time as well. We need to have the date, the day, the time of day and the year if possible. You'll see again when we give the example of some goals later on. But time bound, it has to be very, very specific. There can't be any wishy-washiness about this. So date, day, time and year set on when the goal will be achieved. Our acronyms today is E, which stands for end step, evidence, procedure or emotion. Now this is really the way that the whole goal is summed up. So it really is the format the goal is going to fit into. Now the end step or the evidence procedure is what has to happen so that you know you've finally reached your goal. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on a format. It's going to be it is now, and then you will put in there the time, the day, the date and the year. It is now, very specific. And then and I am or I have, whichever is most appropriate, and then the statement of what it is you've actually done, and then at the end, and I feel, and then that is the explanation of how you're going to feel when you actually achieve your goal. So for example, something that I would have written was it is now, and it was the 1st of August 2010, and I am working in my own personal training studio in Chelmsford, and I feel, and then how you feel that you feel from that moment. I'll give you some more examples in a minute. It is now, and I am, and I have, or and I feel, and then sum it all up. Okay, it's very, very powerful. So the C is clear and concise, the R is realistic, the E is ecological, the A is as now, the T is time bound, and the E is the end step or the evidence procedure or emotion. You really have to try and make these goals as emotional as possible. Charge them with emotion, you're going to be far more likely to achieve them. I'll give you another example in a second. Okay, so one final thing that I'm just going to talk to you about now is a goal that I've recently just set for myself using exactly the same format that we're talking about. Now this goal is, it is now midday on Sunday the 26th of April 2011, and I've just completed the London Marathon in a time of under 3 hours 40 minutes, and I'm relaxing with my medal, and I feel fantastic, terrific, and so glad that I've completed my 8th marathon in the fastest time ever, and I feel assured and grateful that I put all the training in to allow me to achieve this. Okay, so that's a really clear goal that I've just put together there, which is for the London Marathon next year. Now if you want a sheet that I actually use for all my clients when we're setting goals, if you email me at info@uniqueresults.co.uk and just ask for a goal setting form, I will email a form across to you that we use, which will really make this process very, very easy. If you're a current client of the studio, or you train at the studio, just pop in and ask me for a form next time you're in, and we can work through some new goals with you. Okay, so James St. Pierre from Unique Results, thank you so much for today. I hope it's been interesting, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care.